I'm Mason Mount. You're listening to the London is Blue podcast.
One player, as we kind of talk about, will he come back to Chelsea? Because there's been a lot of conversation over the past few weeks, and also a radio interview from his agent saying about 5 offers on the table. And it's like the 5 envelopes, and they all have an offer for one Willian, potentially going to Arsenal, going to the MLS, coming back to Chelsea. There's a lot of conversation around what he'll do next, other than making sure that he still has a great dining establishment in London with his buddy David Luiz. Naz, what's your sense on where the Brazilian ends up now that he has potentially played his last game for Chelsea?
The only thing I can sort of give you is insight. I think you've just summed it up there great. But the only thing I give is insight is the restaurant is a big deal, right? He loves London. It's not the restaurant, it's his family. His family loves London, and he's so settled in the city, and he loves Chelsea so much as well. The 2 biggest factors for this deal is London is going to be number 1. So let's forget about the MLS. He's not going to step down in level. He's the most valuable free transfer on the market. I think the other 2 clubs are supposed to be Inter and Barca are in for him, but are they going to offer him 3-year deals? 3-year deal is the second biggest factor in this arrangement. He will probably go to a London club first, one that's offering him a 3-year deal. If those 2 tally up, then he's going to go to that club. And I think that the reason why the agent didn't name the other 2 clubs was because they were London clubs and they were Arsenal and Tottenham. And I think that that's where we're at with Willian. And I think that Chelsea would be his number 1, but they've stuck so firm on a 2-year deal. I don't think, like Nick was saying, they don't want to set precedents of giving 3-year deals, and then the next time a 30-year-old comes along wanting a deal, they're going to ask for a 3-year deal. So I think that he's probably going to leave. And I think that the reason is the 3-year deal. So maybe a 3-year deal in Arsenal. He'll have a great season next year, but then maybe he'll decline. So that's the gamble Chelsea are going to play. And it's a gamble for everyone involved in this transfer. So really interesting situation. Great player. But yeah, that's the dynamics of the situation. And we don't know what's going to happen yet. I think that he's going to wait until after the Champions League game. I think it was a slip of the tongue for the agent to say after the FA Cup final to decide. I think he's a consummate pro, as Lampard's been saying, and he's waiting until after the Champions League and he's done his fixtures.
So I guess, Nick, knowing that, what's going to hurt more in terms of where he goes? What would hurt your impact your opinion more, going to Arsenal or going to Tottenham?
Oh, God.
I think Arsenal are favourites because they've got that relationship with the agent as well. So maybe I'd put them as favourites.
Well, I hate them more personally, so I think Arsenal would hurt. But seeing him with Jose again that'd be tough to swallow for sure. My hope was that he goes to the MLS. I think he would be unbelievable for the league, especially a league that is on the up and up. So MLS is my choice, Dan. Thanks.
Nice
Miami struggling though. I think Inter Miami is struggling, right? Beckham definitely wants them.
They could use a forward.
He would kill it in Miami too. Just like culturally, like when we interviewed him a couple of years ago, he talked about how he loved Florida, and I got the sense that MLS could be a thing that was on his radar. But yeah, it's interesting that popped up right now because Inter Miami have not scored any goals this year, so he'd be like a top value player.
MLS is good, but not yet. I think that's the situation. Bit like Seska when he left Chelsea as well.
Mm-hmm.